Like I say, my own personal inventions from Roman times or year zero. I have over 240 of my own personal inventions that I invented. People might call me Lord or blah blah or this or that, but basically from Roman times I have over 240 inventions. Although I only really count like 3 or 7 of my inventions as really truly being mine. Flight, the engine, steam engine. There's only a couple things that I actually claim to myself personally as saying, "Yep, I did that." Because I mean, I had over 240 inventions from Roman times. Although possibly, I think it's somewhere really more likely around 500 or 1,000 inventions were actually mine from Roman times. So now, I can't exactly tell you how that's true, but I can tell you that it's true. And I mean, I did it with my people. I was inventing and basically the lead on so many things, a lot of things, and I was pretty cool about it. In fact, I was so cool I gave stuff away. I was like, "Here you go. I don't need it." I mean, I was a lead inventor. I had 13 inventions, and moving on up to 14 and 15 and 16, figuring out new ways of doing things. And then after a while, I I decided to restrict myself by only doing things by never doing anything the same way twice. So if I dug a canal with by hand one time, I would do a different way, including explosives. Dig a canal with explosives. I like to try and do things differently, and I was so good at it that I mean, well, I mean, like I say, I mean, basically, like there's me and there's my little people I used, or my people I used, and then there's everyone else. So I had my own researchers, I had my own team, and I did the certain things, and I played a huge part in humanity and stuff, for the longest time, and then after a while I was like, yeah, whatever, I invented a lot of things, about probably about 5,000 years worth of stuff. I don't know. Not a lot happened back then, so things moved at a much slower rate, I guess. Anyway, though, so basically, like I was counting them as I went along: 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. After 17, I was like, well, I don't really want to claim anymore. I like to work in groups of 7, so or so. I mean, although 17 really isn't in a group of 7. So anyway, so that didn't really work. I was like, I guess I'll do 17. Okay, fine. And then so on. So, and I counted at least probably 240 total inventions about that were mine, coming from year zero on up to 7. The road, just all kinds of things. I just love to invent, and I love to do things, and I love to do them differently. So, yeah, I mean, I really only like to claim like 3 or 4, like flight, the engine, steam engine, certain things I like to claim as mine. But for the most part, I mean, but it's true. I mean, 240 inventions, or closer to 5,000, or I mean 500 or 1,000 inventions were actually mine. Although like I say, a lot of it was. There was a lot of it. I mean, there was only really so many that were actually mine, and then there was a lot of it where like somebody was helping me out here or helping me out there. I mean, like I said, for a lot of it too. I mean, it was a team effort. I would get this and do this, and then someone would take a look at what I was doing or what I thought should be done, and then they would be like, well, we could do it like this, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool, just do it like that. So I mean, I left a little bit of room for play with people to kind of like put their own twist on my inventions. So, and they did, and they improved them quite a bit. But anyway, though, but a lot of the early inventions were mine, about 7 or so at least. So, flight, engines, steam, stuff like that. I mean, we were messing around with it with wood, trying to get it to work, and it didn't work. And then we finally got metal. So, yeah. Well, I mean, and there was this other invention that was like a steam, alcohol, ethanol combustion engine, like not really. It like you fermented and then you used heat or something and it evaporated and it went up and then it combusted and would drive the piston down, and it was like a steam combustion engine or something like that. I mean, and we were working out, we were messing around with it. I was just playing by then, you know. By then I was like, hey, let's try to do this, you know, and messing around with it. Because the steam would cool the thing. It would explode and then drive the piston down, and then it'd go back up. You know, that kind of thing. And it was like a steam ethanol combustion engine basically. And it seemed to work pretty good. They messed around with it and they got it to work. I think what we did, I used some flow valves or something like blast close valve or something like that, or you know, we messed around with it. You know, we got it to work, and then you know, playing around with wood and stuff. Wood sucks, but or bamboo or whatever. Anyway, I played around with a lot of stuff, and I was like, okay, you know, just messing around inventing. But anyway, though, but I mean, it's totally true though. So 240 inventions, you know. 7 of them are at least are completely mine or so, and I love my people. You know, we did a lot of good work. We did some amazing stuff, and it was the foundation of everything around us. So I kind of miss those days because like everyone knew who I was, and I was this great person and great inventor, world's greatest inventor, and it was kind of neat, and you know, we used it to build society and civilization. So. But anyway, though, it's true.